A solar park project in Huntingburg is now on hold. We'll tell you why. Plus, local students got a preview of a weekend performance at the Jasper Arts Center. And Mark Mesper brings us this week's legislative update tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. We begin tonight with another fatal accident, this one in northern Spencer County. Just before 7:20 Central Time last night, Indiana State Police say a 1994 Subaru Legacy had stopped along the southbound shoulder of US 231 just north of County Road 2250 North in the Dale area. Police say the driver of the Subaru then tried to pull back into traffic, cross the southbound lanes of the highway, and turn east onto County Road 2250 North. As the driver pulled off of the shoulder and back onto the highway, a southbound semi being driven by 66-year-old David Wolfkeel of Owensboro attempted to get over into the left passing lane, but could not avoid the crash. The semi hit the Subaru at a right angle, pushing it into the median. The driver of the Subaru was pronounced dead at the scene. Wolfkeel complained of leg pain but was treated and released. The Subaru driver's name was not released by authorities as of news time this evening. Spencer County Sheriff's deputies, the Dale and Santa Claus Police Departments, the Carter Township Fire Department, Spencer County EMS, and the Spencer County Coroner's Office also assisted. Well, it's not every day that trying to clear your name ends with implicating yourself, but that's exactly what happened to one Huntingburg woman who tried clearing her name yesterday. Huntingburg police originally opened the investigation last Thursday after money was reported stolen from a wallet at the Family Dollar store. The department then posted the information on their Facebook page, asking for the public to help them identify a woman in the store's security video. Police say they did receive numerous tips. Then yesterday, 49-year-old Mary Rutger voluntarily went to the Huntingburg police station to clear her name in the case. However, Rutger admitted to stealing the money from the wallet after the interview was over. Rutger then requested an attorney as she was being taken into custody. She was booked into the DuBois County Security Center on theft charges. The Huntingburg Solar Park project is now on hold. Last night, Mayor Denny Spenner told the council that at least 2 more sites are being looked at for the park. Spenner says the change is in response to input from the public during a hearing held last Thursday. The biggest concern has been how close the currently proposed site at North Chestnut Street and Phoenix Drive would be to several neighborhoods. Spenner says the feedback on the project is very much appreciated. He also reiterated that there will be more chances for the public to make their voices heard.
This is far from over. Still, I think as we explained in a previous meeting, there's still a very detailed process that this project must go through, not only approval by the City Council, but also by our Board of Zoning Appeals and by our Plan Commission. So there's still going to be plenty of time for public input and comment on whatever site is proposed for the solar park.
Spenner says the Indiana Municipal Power Agency is receptive to the idea of a different site. IMPA Energy Efficiency Manager Dan Worrell will be back in Huntingburg next week to tour and to gather information on other possible sites. Worrell will come back to a future council meeting to give his report. Spenner says nothing on the solar park project will be finalized until later this year. He says that would open the door for construction to begin sometime next year. In other business, the council heard an update on the new EMS building. Energy Superintendent John Rudepoler told the council that the ambulance service moved into the new building along North Van Buren Street yesterday afternoon. Now, the city has been working on this project over the last 18 months or so since the building became available. Rudepoler says the project came in at a cost of just under $150,000, more than $100,000 less than what was budgeted. Spenner commended Rudepoler's work and says the project will serve the city well for the long run.
We feel very good about not only maintaining ambulance service in Huntingburg, but having the premier ambulance service location in the county, and we're glad to partner with the county in making this possible, and look forward to an open house later this spring when everyone can see the great work that has been done here.
The council ratified a lease for the building last night as well. Under that lease with the DuBois County Commissioners, the city will pay the county just $1 a year for rent. The county will pay the utility bills, but the city will be responsible for all major improvements on the building in the future. Jasper Middle School students got a glimpse of what's coming up at the Jasper Arts Center tomorrow night. Joshua Kane continued his week-long stay in town with 2 shows at JMS earlier today. Both shows featured the works of Edgar Allan Poe, including a performance of Poe's famous The Raven. Kane says he got into acting in order to communicate and connect his passion with people. He says there is one thing that makes performing at the schools worth it to him.
The greatest compliment that I can get is if I get some emails from some kids that say, I went home this weekend and instead of playing video games, I went to the library and I took out a book.
Meanwhile, Jasper Middle School Principal Dave Hubster says having these type of shows makes school better for students.
We feel like we do a great job in the classroom giving the kids a lot of information, a lot of relevant things that they need, but anytime you can bring something to life, they can read the story in their English language arts classes and they can discuss it, but to see it performed by someone like Mr. Kane obviously brings a whole nother level for the kids. 400
students in grades 6 and 7 packed into the morning performance. The remaining 7th grade students and the 8th grade class attended the second performance in the afternoon. Kane was at Jasper High School yesterday, and as mentioned, he'll be performing tomorrow night at the Jasper Arts Center. Tomorrow night's show is titled Joshua Kane, The Borders of the Mind. It gets underway at 7:30 p.m. And finally tonight, the story of a Lagodi native who is serving on one of the world's largest warships. Jamie Brewer is a logistics specialist aboard the Norfolk, Virginia-based aircraft carrier USS George H.W. Bush. The carrier is one of only 10 operational aircraft carriers in the Navy today and is also a Nimitz-class nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. Named for the former president, the carrier is more than 3 football fields, or almost 1,100 feet long, 252 feet wide, and weighs more than 100,000 tons. 2 nuclear reactors power the ship, which can move through the water at speeds exceeding 35 miles per hour. Brewer is a 5th-generation military member of her family. She says she's proud of the work she's doing to protect America on the world's oceans. Brewer is one of 6,000 crew members on the USS George H.W. Bush. All right, coming up after the break, your local forecast and Inform with Mark Messmer. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.